Hello and welcome to round one of the 2019 Formula Virtual World Championship here from Melbourne, Australia. It's been a long winter, but we are glad to be back. My name's Downton and I will talk you through the action here, and I will be joined by Harry Westwood.
Hello.
Today then, the drivers will be tackling 58 laps of this Albert Park circuit. Adrian Simon won last year for Mattershore, but he didn't take the title, as has pretty much been the trend. The only time the race winner here has gone on to win the title was in 2015, when it was Elroy Wagner in the Franklin. But let's take a look how they line up then for the first race of 2019. It's Adrian Simon on pole position with the best chance to replicate his win from last year. He's on the soft tyres with Enrique Ruiz alongside in the Franklin on the mediums. The wet qualifying session saw a lot of shocks, and the first two are on row 2. James Vasquez and Thierry Zylander, the rookie, line up for Ingram and Phoenix respectively, both on the soft tyres. In 5th and 6th we've got Elroy Wagner and Klaas van Snelheid. They are likewise both on the softs for Lopez and Downton respectively. On row 4, in 7th we've got Rodolfo De La Fuente, another rookie, 2 rookies inside the top 7. He's driving for the new Andromeda team and will be starting on the soft tyres. Alexander Zolia in the first is in 8th and on the softs as well. Rounding out the top 10, Gabriele Garcia in the North Star on the softs, and the third rookie we've got, Mario Juan Lopez, he's driving for Meteor. He is on the hard tyres, will be one to keep an eye on. Just outside the top 10, Sergio Alvarez in the second Phoenix with the highest team qualifying. Alvarez on the mediums, behind him is Powers in 12th. Also on the mediums, the reigning champion for Downton. 13th is John Matson in the Ingram. He is on the soft tyres and has Johan Halverson for company in the North Star, also on the softs. Row 8 and in 15th place, Alar Kanga. Last year's championship runner-up slipped up in the wet qualifying. He will start on the softs. Alongside him, Felix Perez. He's on the softs as well, fastest in practice, but couldn't get the pace together in the wet. In 17th, Sebastian Bergqvist, the lead of the Holmqvists. He's on the medium tyres. And alongside him, another rookie, Hunter Ryan in the Ocelot. He starts on the softs. 19th is Timo Kinnaman for Franklin on the mediums. Disappointing qualifying for the Finn. He could not hook it up in the wet conditions and slipped off several times. Marcus Thunder starts 20th for Lucas, the sole Lucas, on the soft tyres. Jules Simon in the second Meteor on the hards is 21st, alongside Victor Osberg on the soft tyres in the second Lopez. On row 12, in 23rd, we've got Puccio Giordano, the second of the Ocelots, outclassed by his teammate in qualifying. He starts on the mediums, and Felix Bayer on the extra softs in the second Holmqvist. And on the back row, the 13th row of the grid for the first time in several races. Neither driver set a time, Will Hoskins and Dmitro Kovalenko on the extra softs and mediums respectively. As we go to the grid, it's Simon on pole on the right, Ruiz second on the left. The light sequence begins and the engine notes rise. Are you ready for Formula Virtual to get underway in 2019? Because the lights go out now and we're racing in Melbourne. It's a great start from Adrian Simon. Ruiz looks as though he's slightly slow away. Simon is straight across to cover him and he's going to lead into turn 1, then covering the inside line. James Vasquez around the outside. Vasquez is into second. Ruiz is coming under pressure from Elroy Wagner, then he's up to 4th. But it's Vasquez with the greatest start. Simon leads. James Vasquez all over the back of him as they head to turn 3. Klaas van Snelheid then down the inside. Zylander's gone back past Wagner. Klaas van Snelheid though has done the parallel, or has he? Around the outside is Zylander at turn 4. He's taken the position. Klaas van Snelheid up to 4.
Yeah, pretty exciting opening couple of corners there. Vasquez seemingly able to switch his tyres on really well. I think that's, Klaas coming back under attack from Zylander, but easily covers him off through into turn 8 and 9 and whatever numbers these are. Numbers are made up. Now Zylander has to defend from Wagner, who goes around the outside and takes the position off him after a compromised entry into turn whatever.
Yeah, what a brilliant move from Elroy Wagner. Zylander there was looking to the inside of Klaas van Snelheid, and I think also he's kind of looking to attack and defend at the same time, and it didn't work. As back up the front, Ruiz is all over the back of James Vasquez. I think we're now clearly seeing that the as we saw throughout testing, the Franklin is quite a bit faster than the Ingram. Simon has already pulled considerably away, and I don't think it'll be long before Ruiz dispatches the Colombian.
Yeah, you can see Vasquez looking left and right in his mirrors, not knowing which way Ruiz is going to pounce, but it's a matter of time really before Ruiz dispatches the young boy. That sounds odd. Oh, Vasquez though, heavily defensive into turn 1.
Vasquez defends the inside line and Ruiz just drives clean around the outside of him instead.
I have to say, he gets bonus style points for that with the little slide on the outside line. That was hot stuff.
Little kick oversteer there. I was going to say, as we go on board with Nathaniel Powers, who's dropped to 14th from 12th. However, he tries to make 2 of those places back up in one go, and well, doesn't quite pull it off, but he's made up 1 past Halverson with a lunge late on the brakes down into turn 3.
Well, 1 is better than none, and is that Lopez? I don't know what his name is.
Where?
Blue number 10. 10th place, sorry.
What?
10th place.
10th? Yes, Lopez.
Lopez,
but he's not in a Lopez.
Yeah, that's going to get super weird. Lopez doing a pretty fab job up in 10th. I mean, I don't know where he qualified. I should probably have looked at that, but...
We're going to refer to him as JML. No, MJL.
No, I was going to say, I think JML is copyrighted, Bradley.
It's MJL because his name's Mario Juan Lopez, not... Oh, we should totally just call him JML. From now on, he's JML, that's it. Even though it's not his initials.
You are... Well, it's early in the season and Bradley's already being a fucking retard.
3 laps in then.
And that's the first
Adrian Simon sets the fastest lap, and he's got a nearly 4-second advantage over Enrique Ruiz, who is gapping quite considerably James Vasquez. And I think these slower... Oh, as down the inside of Marcus Thunder goes Timo Kinnaman. And Kinnaman spins. He's into the gravel at turn 1. Thunder holds on. But that did not work out at all for Timo Kinnaman, who drops to last... Well, not quite last place, because Felix Bayer is in the pits for some reason. As we've got cars all over the place at the back. That is Will Hoskins and Dmitry Kovalenko, the sole AMR in this race. Is on board now with Elroy Wagner. Wagner looking to get past James Vasquez. Classman Schnellheit has already gone through and up into 3rd place. On board with the German then, in the slipstream of the Ingram. And these 2 cars looked fairly equal in testing, so presumably there won't be too much between them. So we got on board with Felix Perez. I think this is a replay of the start. And there we go. So Perez got turned around and... yeah, I think that was at the start and ended up in the gravel. That held up quite a few people towards the back, and that is why Perez is so far down the running order in 21st position. Thierry Zylander there then in 6th place from his qualifying position of 4th. We obviously never expected him to hold on to that, but doing a reasonable job at the moment in 6th. He's got Rodolfo De La Fuente behind him. De La Fuente, who has held on to his qualifying position fantastically in that Andromeda, but has looked quick throughout pre-season testing. He's got Garcia right behind him and Alexander Zolya. Zolya will be looking to make up ground past all of these guys. He's in a, well, what we expect will be a much, much quicker car, as Garcia looks to the inside of De La Fuente but can't make the move. We look further back down the order then at Jean Matson, and naturally I think in these early laps we will have technical difficulties. I think Harry's just experiencing a few problems. Hopefully he will be back with us shortly, as Nathaniel Powers still struggling to make his way through the field. As on board with Timo Kinnaman, this was his move into turn 1 then, so he took far too much curb on the inside and that spun him round and blocked a few of the drivers. Marcus Thunder caught up there. Was the guy he was trying to overtake, but there was someone that snuck around the outside, and that was Jules Simon then in the Meteor, so that worked out nicely for him, making up a few places there, although he's still some 7 spots behind his teammate, so that's more as a result of the wacky qualifying session we had in the rain yesterday than anything. As on board with Zazoli then as he hunts down Gabriel Garcia and this train of cars now behind James Vasquez.
Oh dear.
And there we go, Harry's back.
Yes, I had some issues with my new headset that I was bragging to Bradley about before the race. So,
that's exactly what I said. Early season technical difficulties expected to happen.
Yeah.
You know, it took us 3 attempts to get this race started.
I thought it was 4.
It was 3. Give me some
we also
credit.
should have started it an hour and a half ago.
We should, yes.
Yeah, so... We're good at this. Trust me, we're professionals. By the way, Nick, I need to find the timing post. I need to find the timing for you to bleep out my naughty word.
As Felix Bayer sets the fastest lap.
Yeah, he's in clean air. He's on fresh tires.
Oh yeah, in fairness, yeah, he is last.
Yeah, a little bit.
And he did pit, so yeah, and I think he's on the extra softs as well.
What did you call them?
Extra softs. That's what they are this year.
Shit, I really need to start looking at it. Is there any...
Don't worry,
So
I am fully expecting at some point during this race probably to refer to them as the super softs, which is what they were last year.
Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to call them the super softs. Probably. No, I won't.
Every time one of us calls them the super softs, we get a quid deducted from our pay. Now, bearing in mind we get nothing as it is.
I was going to say, you're getting paid?
We're going to end up with quite a debt at the end of this season. That's Perez there looking to the inside of Alar Kanga. So both Kanga and Perez then have had really poor starts and have found themselves behind Marcus Thunder. As Kanga there covers the inside line very, very early indeed.
There he goes, very defensive, doesn't he, Bradley?
I mean, yeah. You can tell what kind of mood Harry's in at the start of this season. Just a note at the front, look at the gap that the front three are pulling out. Well, I mean, Simon is 11 seconds clear of Vasquez in 4th already.
Yeah, it seems like his car game is really good.
I think that goes to show the gulf between, I mean, the Matthershaw and the Ingram, really, doesn't it? And I think Vasquez is just kind of there because, well, it's so difficult to overtake at this track, and the cars immediately behind him aren't exactly much quicker.
This is Formula Virtual, not golf, but alright.
As Classman Schnellheit then tucked right up under the rear wing of Enrique Ruiz. The two of them battling for second place. They are already some 6 seconds behind Simon, so he's capped them at a second a lap.
Chumps. Don't forget they've had to make their way past Vasquez as well.
Yeah, but Ruiz did that literally near enough at the start.
That's a good point. And Klaas really is closing up quite significantly.
Isn't just as Vasquez and Wagner seem to have broken away a little bit from Zylander as Nathaniel Powers is defending from Johan Helgeson.
Yeah, sorry.
What is going on there?
I did not listen to a word you just said. There it is, JML, Juan Mario Lopez. Do you know what, that name sounds better than Marriott, so from now on he is just Juan.
It's JML, that's it.
No, because JML is copyrighted, Bradley.
No one will notice, it's fine.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know why I made that sound.
As back to the guys running in second and third then. Ruiz and Klassman Schnellheit still... I mean, that practically looks like an 8-wheeled car, doesn't it? They're that close together.
Yeah. That actually sounds like a fun idea, so I should do that. They'll call it the Octacar.
I think that's
the
a terrible
Optimobile.
idea.
I think you're a terrible idea and your mum should have swallowed, but, you know.
I mean, really...
Oh wait, do kids watch this?
Yes.
Oh, wait, of course, because, what's his name? The guy that runs Ocelot. Right, he's a minor, isn't he?
No.
He is?
No.
How old is he?
He's in university.
Oh. So there's no minors watching, that's fine.
Yes.
Wait, there are?
Chima team principal.
How old is he?
I don't know. Young.
Don't say it like that. Chima, whatever I just said, you can just go ahead and disregard it. It's just a joke about how...
It's alright, I mean, to be fair, neither of the Chimas actually made this race, so I'm not entirely sure he'll be watching.
He's been watching for the last 2 or 3 seasons without a team, Bradley. I'm pretty sure he's going to watch.
Okay, well we can always hope he'll have missed that bit.
I watch without a team.
You don't have a choice.
I chat through over it as well.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Klaas has got a decent run on Ruiz here. Sorry to cut across you there, Four Eyes.
No, that's quite alright, you dick.
Bradley said a bad word. I've got to say that in keeping with their form in previous seasons, that Franklin really is looking nailed to the floor and nailed to the track. Sorry, in the corners, looking very solid.
Yeah. I'm surprised Zolia hasn't made up more ground yet. Actually, Garcia as well, because that North Star is a reasonable car. Powers looks to the inside of Matson. That cost him as Houghton looks around the outside. Can the Dane take advantage? He absolutely can. And Nathaniel Powers then slips back to 14th place and is now under pressure from Hunter Ryan in the Ocelot.
You mean Hunter Ryan?
That's what I said.
You said Hunter.
I said Hunter Ryan.
Hunter Ryan. This Klaus van Snelheid is applying the pressure to Ruiz still. I think that's going to be the story of their race pretty much.
Yeah.
But I've got to say, that was quite an impressive move from Halverson. Like, yeah, it was opportunistic, but it would have been very easy to overcook it on the outside line, and, well, just very well done.
I think that goes to show the difficulty of overtaking at this circuit, though. I mean, obviously, we've still got, Vasquez 4th, Wagner 5th, and Garcia and Zazolia stuck behind Zylander and De La Fuente.
Yeah.
But Klaus van Snelheid is on the soft tyres compared to Ruiz on the mediums. Once he'd passed Vasquez, he absolutely steamed up to the back of him and has just been kind of stuck under his rear wing since, really.
Maybe that's where he wants to be.
Well, I can't understand that, but
it's a.
I know what you were getting at, but we're going to move on.
I've got to say one thing. But we do.
No.
No. It's like I'm being babysitted. Sat. No.
Your English is good.
My English. No, don't make it a race thing.
No.
Jesus Christ! Why?
Oh, with Powers looks to the inside of Halverson at the penultimate corner, but Halverson shuts the door, and that was never really going to work. The only way that would have ended up was with Powers losing his front wing.
Yeah, the two-time world champion is having a bit of a torrid start to his season so far. Obviously, unlucky in qualifying, caught out by the rain. And
Great.
Now, sorry.
Great. Three-time world champion.
He's 3 times.
He's world champion.
Isn't he? Oh, silly me.
You've just taken away one of his championships. That's not fair.
Well, maybe he didn't deserve it.
He did.
He deserves all his championships. Yeah, as I was about to say, one thing that I have noticed is that, well, obviously we had such a wet day yesterday in Melbourne. It seems to have made the track extremely green again. You're seeing drivers on the inside line really struggle to...
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I thought we were going to get a collision there.
Yes, so did I. Speaking of on the inside line, but they just seem to be struggling to get the tyres to like grip and really bite into the surface. So I think that's why we're seeing a lot of overtakes being done around the outside line. But I don't know yet. We'll have to see how the track evolves, because I'm sure that it's going to change over the course of this race.
Yeah, definitely a very good point. And also, I think as a result of qualifying, I get the feeling we'll be talking about the results of the wet qualifying session pretty much throughout this race. We seem to have just several groups of cars throughout the field.
Yeah,
we've got Ruiz and Klaas in second and third, and then you've got Vasquez and Wagner. You've got Zylander down to Zazolia, Lopez all the way down to Bergqvist pretty much, and then Kanga's on his own, closing on that group, and then you've got Jules Simon down to Kovlenko.
You've heard of Burger King, now get ready for Burger Fist.
Well, that was terrible.
Yeah, well, do you know what? I enjoyed it, and that's the main part.
Do you enjoy your Burger King?
I haven't had Burger King in years. Well, I'll say that.
Ooh, as big, that is, I think, yeah, that's Zazolia getting very, very sideways then, behind Garcia, and I wonder if the tyres are just starting to go off already on those softs.
Maybe, I mean, we would know more about the
state. He looks to the inside of Garcia, but nearly gets his nose chopped off and doesn't make that one work.
Yeah, no, that was a bit overly ambitious, really, coming from too far back. He needs to just keep his cool. Yeah,
this pair squabbling, though, are falling back considerably now from Zylander and De La Fuente. They're letting the rookies get away. Although, in fairness, Garcia's pretty much a rookie himself, isn't he? Because he's only done, 4 races last year.
Yeah, Gabriel Garcia, isn't it?
Gabriele.
Gabriele. Man.
How are the rookies doing then? Zylander's 6th, De La Fuente's 7th, Garcia is 8th, Lopez is 10th, Ryan is 15th, Bergqvist is 16th.
Bert Mylander.
That's not bad. All 6 rookies made it into the race. And all 6 rookies are within the top 16.
Someone who won't be too impressed with how he's doing, Marcus Thunder. Doing not a bad job in 19th, but used to... Oh! Big move there from Osterberger, but nothing doing there into turn 1. And we'll see if he's able to make a run down into turn 3. I doubt it, but we'll see.
Yeah, as we go on board with Will Hoskins then, trying to go around the outside of Timo Kinnaman. Hoskins in the Andromeda. Has he? No, Kinnaman's going to go back. He has. Hoskins has done it. What a brilliant move. And Kinnaman's lost a position to Giordano as well. So Kinnaman then, who has been fighting his way back from last after that early spin, has just lost 2 of the positions that he's gained. Meanwhile, Felix Bayer, after his pit stop, is right back on these guys already.
Yeah, he's been a very quick boy.
He is on, to be fair, he's on the extra soft tyres.
Yeah, you've got a point.
But, again, that just goes to prove how difficult overtaking is, because Will Hoskins is on the extra softs as well. And that Andromeda has proven throughout pre-season testing, it's not a slow car, but Hoskins is mired down in 22nd place.
Yeah, but you can just look at the fact that De La Fuente is sky high in the dizzying heights of 7th place, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for a new team, that is mighty.
Isn't it just? And Perez also stuck down in 21st then, so another example of how difficult it is proven as Bergqvist looks to the inside of Alar Kanga. That's a brave move, and it doesn't pay off, but it does cost both of them a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Oh, as there's contact there, that's Matson on Halverson, and that could push the Dane wide and allow Nathaniel Powers through and back into 13th, and it does.
That was extremely naughty off of Matson.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what happened there for Matson. I don't know if he just snatched a break.
It kind of looked like he's turned the wheel, though.
I don't know, with a bit of luck, we'll get a replay.
But it kind of looked to me like he just moved on in the braking zone. I thought there was slight contact there as Kanga tries to get past the Ocelot of Puccio Giordano, but Hunt. Now you've got me doing it. Hunter Ryan.
It's Hunter Ryan. Ryan looks to the inside then, but Kanga holds on around the outside, and that's a gain of position then for Kanga, because he was just coming under pressure from Sebastian Bergqvist. As up front, we've got a little bit of chaos. De La Fuente is past Zylander. Garcia's gone through as well then, so there's been a change of position there somewhere. And Garcia now looking to take 6th from De La Fuente around the outside of the final corner. Surely not. He looks as though he's got ahead. Has he got the drag? Yeah. He has. Garcia is clear and into 6th place.
Are we going to see a dive now from De La Fuente? We are not, but he's now...
No, and Zazzoli goes around the outside as well.
So that's what we were talking about, having to slow right down on the apex because they just don't have that grip they had throughout practice on Friday.
Yeah, and there we go then. Zylander has gone from 6th to 9th in one foul move. As we've got chaos in the pits, that's Perez without front wing, and I think that's Osberg as well. And Will Hoskins in the pits. Yeah, I presume that's Hoskins just in for his standard first stop. So here we go then. This is Perez trying to pass Jules Simon. And that was 100% on Felix Perez, I'm afraid.
Yeah, unfortunately, he just needed to leave him more space on the apex, and well, now they've both paid the price. But I wouldn't expect to hear the last of that.
Yeah, Osberg got unlucky there to just be unsighted as coming into that corner. But that was 100% on Perez. Perez's weekend has gone south really quite quickly after he was fastest in practice.
Indeed, but this has done favours for the likes of Bayer, Kinnaman, Thunder a little bit, Bergqvist especially, up into 17th place now.
Bergqvist was 17th anyway.
I'm thinking of Bayer. I'm such an idiot.
One is Burr, one is Bay. That's how you tell the difference on the time screen. Kanga looks to the inside of Halverson, but nothing doing there. Or no, I thought he might just be able to sweep around the outside of the final corner then, but it wasn't going to happen.
He's not good enough. Oh, he's going to the inside. That's a death sentence. Well, it's not, but that's a bit extreme.
It's very extreme,
So,
and he's, unlike last time, he's sticking to the inside of turn 1, but he's held the position there then. Giordano, nope, Hunter Ryan, not quite with the ability to sweep around the outside, as on board with Nathaniel Powers is right up under the rear wing of Jean Matson.
I have to say, I really am enjoying watching the drivers have to fight the cars. They're really having to wrestle them through the corners. It's good stuff.
Aren't they just?
What? Case in point.
I have to say, I'm starting to wonder if Powers' medium-tired strategy might help him out a little bit here with how difficult overtaking is proving to be. Once he's got a bit of clean air and the guys in front of him on the softs have skedaddled into the pits.
Yeah.
Oh, as Powers gets all
that.
over the curves on the inside, and surely that's going to give Hamilton a run. Yeah, that's absolutely not the way to be gaining time.
No, and obviously another thing to remember as well is with these harder tyres on Powers' car, he will get away a bit more in terms of degradation on the tyre if he slides or lights up the rears or locks up, as opposed to those on the softer tyres who really will be punished by every mistake.
Yeah, but look at that, despite his error, look how quickly he's back on Matson.
Well, I mean, he's in the Downton currently.
Yeah. But, you know, even so, that's quite impressive. But I tell you what, you look at this little squabble here. Powers, Halverson, Kanger and Ryan, and with the exception of the North Star, there could almost have been a battle for the lead last year, and now they're in 13th, 14th, 15th and 16th.
Just the way they should be. I'm just kidding. It's actually kind of sad they're not up front. I don't think we're going to get a good look at how the form of the field it actually is until we get to the next V-Prix.
No, I agree completely. Australia is going to be a massive outlier. As up front, Adrian Simon has quietly been going about his business. In lap 16, he's 13.5 seconds clear.
Yeah, I think it's also worth mentioning Wagner is. I don't know if he was right on the back of Vasquez the whole time, but is that Felix? Yeah, Felix Perez with the fastest lap.
Yeah, obviously he's just made a stop though, hasn't he?
Yeah, all Powers is battling with Halverson, so I think he might have made a mistake somewhere, but he stays ahead.
Oh, did you see that on the timing screen?
Yes, I saw them swapping places.
I was watching the onboard.
Yeah, I just saw like a little bit of movement in the corner of my eye. I was like, "What is that?" But
look at that! Ever since Garcia and Zazolia have managed to clear the two rookies, they're now 3 seconds up the road, and that was only a handful of laps ago.
Yeah.
And you saw there Wagner in the distance, so keep an eye on that. I think they're closing on the Vasquez-Wagner pair as well.
What does JSI stand for?
Jules Simon.
Oh! Why haven't we got an ASI for Adrian Simon?
Because he's always been Sim. Just because his brother joined, not going to change it.
Simon says Sim.
Yeah.
I'm funny. Give me a like on InstaChat and Snapbook and Facegram.
I don't know what to say to that.
I remember a guy called Jeff. The end. Good old Geff. So we're 17 laps in. Still yet to see a soft pit stop
Simon pits
for strategy.
Oh! So Adrian Simon then race leader in at the end of lap 16. So that is going to be a 3-stopper.
Bastard.
But where's he going to come back? Okay, so Klaas van Snelheid and Enrique Ruiz in the opposite order are through, but Simon is only 3-4 seconds back.
Yeah, but Ruiz is on the is that the mediums?
Ruiz is indeed on the medium tyres, yeah. So Adrian Simon is going to need to go some. In fairness, he's nearly made up an entire pit stop in one stint though, so I think that's pretty comfortable as Vasquez dives in as well. That releases Elroy Wagner, and Vasquez is going to feed out into this train then. So look at that, that's how much they've been being held up, because James Vasquez, who was 4th, has fed back out in 14th place and only just behind Nathaniel Powers.
That is not going to do well in terms of... Hang on, let me try and do that sentence again.
Where was Vasquez? 4th?
Yeah, no, yeah, he was 4th just in front of Wagner.
If if Powers and the rest of the guys on those mediums can do one less stop, that's 4th for Powers already.
Yeah,
That's
but
not
that
bad.
goes. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know if it'll. I'm just easily confused, Bradley.
Yeah. Who else?
Yeah.
Well, you know, let's not beat around the bush. You are. Who else in front of Powers is on the mediums? That is the question I'm after the answer to. Ruiz and Alvarez. Ooh, Alvarez. Alvarez could be on for a result here.
Yeah, he could. After all, he is a former Westwood Academy driver, so he's got some skill.
Let's look at that. Adrian Simon then, after his pit stop, is right on the back of Klaas van Snelhout already. So we have 3 drivers nose to tail for the lead of the race, as we've got more of the soft-tired runners diving in for their stops now.
Vasquez. Wagner has jumped Vasquez for net 4th place.
Yeah, comes out of the pitch nearly
ahead.
Nearly right into the side pod of Nathaniel Powers, but holds on. And he has indeed got ahead of Vasquez then in that sequence of pit stops.
That's a really good
but Vasquez looking to the outside of turn 3, but I think he's held on. Yeah, great shout there from the Lopez guys to leave Wagner out and just use the pace. Well, they obviously assumed their car had a little bit more pace than the Ingram, and they've utilised that, and well, it's paid off.
Well, I think the Ingram boys were expecting a lot more soft-tired runners to actually make their stops, so they accidentally pissed him back into a heap of traffic. So they blinked first, and unfortunately, they lost the game of chicken.
Yeah, there's that too, as Klaas van Snelhout then dives into the pit for second. Impressively though, he managed to go 2 laps longer on those tyres than Adrian Simon.
Which actually could get him to the end on the 2-stop.
Could it?
19, 38, 57. They never pit on the second.
Yeah,
they never pit on the second. Yeah.
It could, if he can stretch out the second stint as well.
So
yeah,
Klaas
so we're now
played himself right back into contention.
Yeah, he certainly could have done, and I suppose that's even more impressive considering for the last 19 laps he's been sat tucked up behind Ruiz.
Yeah, but well, yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I hadn't thought of that. Obviously,
burning his tyres.
Yeah. Unless he was going that slowly, as we've got. Oh, I thought that was Downton making a move, but it was.
No, but that's Vasquez making a move on Elroy Wagner. The beautiful work that Lopez did in the pit stops has just been undone because Vasquez goes back through and into 7th place. And he looks around the outside of Powers now as well. Has he run wide though? Will that give Wagner a chance? It won't, no.
Maybe. Still, he's got a compromised line into 6. 5. Turn 5. This is turn something. I should get a track map one of these days.
Yeah, well, we did have one, but it fell off the wall just before commentary started, so it's on the floor in a heap now.
In a heap? It's one thing.
Yeah, but it fell in a heap.
You fell in a heap.
You're a heap.
A heap poo-poo.
You're a poo.
I am a bit.
As we go on board with Bergqvist then. Bergqvist running in 9th and right up tucked behind Elroy Wagner. We've just got cars nose to tail everywhere. As back up front, Adrian Simon down the inside of Rodrigo Ruiz. He gets squirrely over the inside, but Simon has taken back the lead. And I suppose that shows you can overtake here, but it's incredibly difficult. And, well, Simon has fresh softs compared to Ruiz's now very worn mediums.
I was absolutely expecting contact between Simon and Ruiz for the third time in 3 years here.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, considering they've collided in the last 2 seasons, it wouldn't have surprised me.
No, it would have just fit the script really nicely. I mean, we don't script the races. Get JML doing really well.
Oh, Christ, yeah, Lopez is on the hards, isn't he?
Hard tyres. Yeah, so he's definitely going to be going for that.
So Lopez could be on for
depends on the mediums can make one stop work.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juan Mario
But
Lopez.
even so, okay, Lopez has like literally no pace, but no one can get past him still, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because it's so tricky to overtake here, and he's keeping just enough life in his tyres. And I've got to say, it's quite impressive from the rookie, because to defend from this many drivers consistently for 20 laps at least is no mean feat. You've got to be watching your exits and not making any mistakes all the time. And besides letting past De La Fuente and Garcia, was it? I think that's it.
Who? Lopez?
Yeah. No, it was.
No, Lopez was further back anyway.
Ah.
It was De La Fuente and Zylander that let Garcia and Zolya past. As up the inside of Powers goes James Vasquez, and he's looking for the move. He's still alongside the Triple Royal World Champion, but it doesn't pay off, and Wagner goes around the outside to take 7th back. And he will be very grateful for that. As around the outside of Sebastian Bergqvist goes Gabriele Garcia. We've got moves happening all over the place as Klaas van Snelheid just popped in the fastest lap.
Yeah, and since his pit stop, Bradley, he's caught up to Simon by about 3 seconds. So, whether Simon's had a mistake or run into some traffic... Oh, he's not reached any traffic yet, so I don't know what's happened there.
Well, I was going to say, I think this is going to give us sort of the best indication of the pace between the top 3 at the moment. We've got Simon and Klaas on fresh soft tyres. Ruiz admittedly on rather worn mediums now. But Ruiz has already slipped 2.5 seconds behind Simon. Klaas was 15 seconds back when I last checked, and it was 14 seconds, it's now 14.5. Klaas van Snelheid not making as big an inroad as I'd have expected.
3 seconds is a big inroad, Bradley.
It was 15 seconds last time I checked.
Last time I checked it was 17.
I looked at it. I've been sort of keeping an eye on it for the last 2 laps now.
Oh.
I suppose 1 second, 1.5 seconds in 2 laps is pretty decent.
Pretty decent. It's alright. But, crucially, even if he's not catching Simon that quickly, Ruiz is leaking time hand over fist to the Dutchman.
Yeah, as Nathaniel Powers coming under pressure from Elroy Wagner, and around the outside goes the German then. Powers was looking to overtake Alvarez, and it didn't pay off. He compromised his line, and Wagner had a clean run around the outside to move into 6th place.
Yeah, the Brit today goes from bad to worse. Obviously, poor qualifying due to the rain.
Mind you, he is 5 positions up on where he started, so...
Yeah, but he also still needs to make a stop for Adelaide.
This is true.
And he's on bad tyres.
Mind you, look at this then. 4th place down to
6.
What, last is split by 25 seconds.
It's close. It's a little bit close.
That's the lack of pace that Lopez has at the moment. That's ridiculous.
Well, I suppose this is doing quite the job of bringing a lot of other drivers back into play.
Maybe this is just... Yeah, I mean, the top 3 are gone and clear, aren't they, really? Yeah, Simon's got 40 seconds on 4th place already. He's going to be coming up to lap these guys soon enough.
Oh my god, I cannot wait to see Simon having to fight his way through this train.
That's literally a train of 23 cars, it's ridiculous.
I would be quite surprised if
with
he
a
gets
brief
through...
gap between Giordano and Kovalenko. As Wagner looks to the inside of Alvarez, no one is able to overtake here, but Elroy Wagner is absolutely making his mark, although he's on the inside there. Could that give Powers the opportunity to come back at him?
Here we go.
Powers looks to the inside of the corner. Not doing as behind them, Vasquez and Garcia go wheel to wheel.
I have to say that was risky driving from Powers, but it's paid off because obviously we saw Wagner trying to go for the over and under, but Powers stuck his nose in at the last second, causing Wagner to have to slightly adjust his line, which kept him in touch.
Oh, as that's Zolya around the outside of Garcia at turn 1 then, and Timo Kinnaman, who is up into 11th place, is that's paid off for him, hasn't it, in the pit stop? Oh, he's on the mediums as well, so he hasn't stopped.
Well, I've got to say, I think the softer tyres are looking like the worst tyres to be on. Although Giordano wouldn't have you believe that, as he's just trundling around on his own.
Simon's making them work. Admittedly, he's in clear air though.
Simon is also not... soft tyres. Yeah, he is, but you know, like you say, he's not having to overtake anyone.
Yeah.
Just like Klaas is making them work, but again, he's not.
Yeah, but he's not. Look at the time. Simon is now 6 seconds clear of Ruiz. So when I last checked, Simon had just passed Ruiz and Klaas was 15 seconds back. Simon is now 6 seconds clear and Klaas has still only gained about a second.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, but you said it first and better.
Not sure
looked
what on
at that.
earth is going on with fast Spanish Snellhide at the moment. He set that
Maybe
fastest
he's
lap, and
slow.
well, it just hasn't really happened since then.
Don't forget, Bradley, if he wants to make this two-stop work on the softs, he is going to have to nurse his tyres a little bit, so that might be what's going on here.
True.
Obviously, it'll also cost him a lot when he gets up to Ruiz, and he'll still lose time then, so I think he's just basically easing off a little bit, because he's still catching Ruiz.
Oh,
and
as down the inside of Alvarez at turn 1 goes Wagner, he's over the curbs, and I thought he was going to launch into the side of the Phoenix there.
yeah, I've got to say, this race we have had a lot of near misses.
Vasquez has passed Powers as well now.
Oh, jeez, Powers is not having fun. I think those medium tyres are pretty much at the end of their lifespan, which would be kind of brutal if they are, because it would resign them to a two-stop.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they can hold on a few more laps though, they're into one-stop territory.
Yes.
Which would really help and would scupper Lopez's race. Because if they can make it to one stop, they'll pit first, get into some clean air, or if they can find some, because let's be fair, it's effectively, as we just said, a 23-car train. So
Yeah.
clear air is going to be pretty difficult to come by.
I
But,
don't think they do any bet anymore.
Actually, if Powers pitted now, he'd come out in last, wouldn't he?
Yeah, actually, I think he would, just about.
That would
Yeah,
be his
it
clear
would.
air, though.
Woohoo! It would be the last or very close to last.
Yeah, that's insane. Imagine if Lopez had been a bit quicker in his first stint and top 3 had ended up behind him. What a race we'd have. The entire field within 25 seconds.
That would have frightened me, to be honest. As Vasquez and Wagner going at it again. Wagner just holding off the young Colombian for now, but he's looking pretty racy.
Yeah, as the
It's,
three of them go
Powers
to the
now.
inside line. Heading to turn 1. Powers looks as though he's got the outside line on James Vasquez, and I think he's going to take back 7th place here. He's got the traction exit in the corner, which is surprising on those worn mediums, but Powers takes back 7th place then. Vasquez has the inside line to turn 3. Can he make any use of that? Powers isn't going to cover it, and with good reason. It works to hold the position, and around the outside of Vasquez goes Zazolia, and Zazolia does indeed take 8th place, so Vasquez loses out. Will he lose out again? He will. He's down to 10th behind Garcia.
Yeah, he's had it all undone just from going to the inside of that corner to try and defend from Powers. He ended up with a bad run, probably then a bad run through turns 3, 4, and well, in a train like this, that costs you a lot.
Yeah, his line, well, really into turn 1 compromised him, and from there it just went downhill.
Yeah, he's always on the back foot from there for the rest of the, well, for the next half a lap or so.
What that has done is give Elroy Wagner a little bit of breathing space to now focus on attacking Alvarez.
Oh, that is so he has, and if he can clear Alvarez, well then the next stop is getting past Lopez, and if, to be honest, anyone in that train who gets past Lopez is on for a pretty decent result, because they'll be able to streak away, especially on a soft tyre.
Yeah, if they can scarper before they have to make a pit stop.
At the pace that they're currently going at, I think they probably can.
As just a note, Thierry Islander's race has gone down the shitter basically, hasn't it? He started 4th and he's now 2nd last.
How's that happen?
I don't know, presumably he got really unlucky in the pit stop somewhere.
Must have done.
But that's got to be a hard one to swallow for the first driver in Formula Virtual to be wearing glasses while he races.
Nerd.
Oh, as Kanga gets a big
out.
kick of oversteer at turn 1. Kanga in 20th, ouch. Just ahead of Felix Perez, also ouch. But Perez trying to go around the outside of turn 3, can't make it work. These two should absolutely be at the front as, Ruiz is in the pits.
What's he doing in there?
The end of
one
lap
short.
27.
2 laps short then.
So, Enrique Ruiz then, that looks like it's going to be a 2-stopper, and it looks as though it's going to come right towards the end of the race. And he rejoins, well, I mean, comfortably clear of Lopez, that wasn't even ever a concern. He is about, 15 seconds back from Klaas van Snelheid? What was he behind Simon when he came into the pits?
I wasn't looking.
No, nor was I. I was just trying to see if we could work out how much he'd lost in the pit stops. We could work out how long it took for a pit stop then.
Oh.
But I want to say probably around 21 seconds.
Well, we'll just have a few laps to
Has
see.
Kinnaman on the mediums pits as well then? Nathaniel Powers hasn't. Powers is still going.
Go on, Nathan.
Nathaniel.
Nathan Eel.
Not even close. So, yeah, Giordano in as well, as is Kovalenko. Where is Kinnaman going to come back out? Kinnaman rejoins in 14th place. He only pitted from 11th. How has he managed that?
I don't know, Bradley.
Oh, as I think we had a bit of a collision there between Bergqvist and De La Fuente.
I can't see them, they're not on the screen.
There they are.
Now
just
they
at
are.
the back.
De La Fuente is doing a really solid job this V-Prix. I mean, he did fall quite far back at the first stop, but he is making that ground up.
Yeah, but in fairness, this is Andromeda's first race. And they've got both cars in it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Which is an achievement in itself, to be fair.
And they've also got a very good lineup. Obviously, Will Hoskins, the runner-up in the 2014 championship.
Yeah, mind you, Hoskins is being okay. It's as a result of the qualifying section, but Hoskins. I mean, if you just looked at the order, he's being somewhat schooled at the moment by his rookie teammate.
Alvarez and Powers, sorry to change the subject, make their stops from whatever positions they were in. I don't know, 7th and 10th or whatever. And, well, let's see where they come out. Because
Yeah, lap 28 though, so again, as you say, that is a lap too short really for the one stopper.
It is a bit, isn't it, mate?
There's Bergqvist in as well, so I think that's all the medium-tired runners now then. So, I mean, Lopez is obviously guaranteed to be doing a one-stopper. What this could do though, as Powers rejoins around Timo Kinnaman, so look at the ground that Kinnaman made up in that.
Yeah, so it looks like...
But that's because Kinnaman came out in clear air. Look. He came out in that nice little gap.
And he also had an absolute mega stop, came out in clear air and just did work with it. And now he's got Alvarez right in front of him, so he could claw this race back to Kinnaman.
I think Alvarez, Kinnaman and Powers are going to be on for a fantastic result here. They're on their fresh mediums now. They're going to close back up to this train behind Lopez, which isn't going to end anytime soon because Lopez being on the hard tyres. I think this is going to work out pretty well for those guys. Bergqvist as well, let's not forget, in 14th at the moment.
Border fist.
No.
Yes. Look, I suppose this means that Lopez does... Oh! Lopez has dropped behind Wagner.
And Zazolia.
And
okay, so that's going to change things then.
Yeah.
Alexander Zazolia, who in that first is very quick, let's not forget, has broken free, as has Elroy Wagner. So,
saw him going defensive in the third sector, and well, the inside line there is never the place to be. And let's see just how quickly they can pull away from these guys. Because don't forget, if they want to make this work, like you said, they really need to scarper up the road before their pit stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I wonder if that's just a sign that maybe Lopez's tyres are just starting to give out under him a little bit.
Possible. I mean, he has done 29 laps on 29 laps on them
30.
now. No, because Simon's just started lap 31. So Lopez hasn't quite completed 30
Yeah,
laps
so they're on lap 30. So yeah.
Look how far up the road Zazolia and Wagner have gone already.
They're just like, bye-bye.
In like 2 sectors, they've already gone 2.5 seconds. Well, 2 seconds. So it's ridiculous.
1 second. Oh wait, no, wrong. I was looking down, not up.
There we've got Nathaniel Powers then, tucked right up under the slipstream of Sergio Alvarez. So Kinnaman has already displaced the Argentine then.
Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, I can't really add more to that.
Kinnaman, whose race at the start looked as though it was, he was well out of contention.
Big.
Spin early on into the gravel and down in effectively last place Barbea. Is Kinnaman suddenly on for what could be a really reasonable haul of points?
Got the feeling that Nathaniel Powers might be overworking those rears a little bit as that's Perez comes into the pit.
Yeah, so that's his second stop then on these soft tyres. And
So
following him, Victor Rosberg. Although these two pitted early, didn't they? Because they had a little collision. that was entirely the fault of Perez.
Yeah. I kind of would expect Perez to cop a penalty for that, but also he won't. Let's be honest.
New season, same regulations.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the regulations are... Oh, that's an Andromeda. That's De La Fuente.
Where? What?
He's stricken at the on the inside of turn 4.
No.
He seems to have had some kind of engine issue because there's smoke billowing out of the back.
Yeah, he's
of that
dropping down
Andromeda.
the order. He's now 24th then, and retired from this race. In fairness, it took us well over half distance till we had a retirement. That's quite impressive.
Yeah.
They're stacking up now behind Jules Simon. That's Kanga going around the outside of Jean Matson's moving to 15. But, that's heartbreaking for De La Fuente. The Spaniard, he put in such an incredible drive.
Yeah, but I think he has still sent a message out to the paddock saying, look, I'm here and I'm not here to fuck around, mess around.
Yeah,
Sorry, Nick.
I just worry if, with him as Kanga, not hanging about at all, straight down the inside of Jules Simon and boom, done.
He's away. He's gone. Thank you very much, he says. I'll take that. With my Estonian beer. I don't know what they drink.
Absolutely, as Matson
Simon
looking
is
to go
having
around.
to
Matson around the outside of Jules Simon at the final corner as well. And I think he's pulled that off as Jules Simon, Adrian Simon fighting his way through the traffic, and they all pull aside for him. Absolutely beautifully.
He has done a great job of not collecting any of them, and they've done a great job of just getting out of his way.
Yeah, that's fantastic for Simon.
Yeah, he's about to lap his teammate. No, he's
That's
not.
gonna
I'm thinking of
hurt.
the wrong battle. No, yeah, he is.
You're right, he is.
Oh dear, that's... Well, I should have got past Lopez. Garcia's got past Lopez as well now.
Oh yes,
And
and Vasquez. Yeah,
And
so
it looks like
Lopez
Hal's
obviously
like
really
following
struggling
suit.
on those hard tyres now then.
Yeah, look at that. Kinnaman is within 5 seconds of Lopez now. He is dropping time like you would not believe. And he's also pulled out about 2.5-3 seconds over Powers as Tumo Kinnaman.
Yeah, Powers has passed Alvarez as well then.
Yeah.
As Halverson dispatches
Yeah.
Lopez as well, and that
Nice and
was
easy.
possibly the easiest move we've seen here in Australia so far today, as that looked like a flash of lightning.
Oh no. We don't want rain. Actually, we do want rain, just to spice things up even more.
I mean, in fairness, we've got a messed up order enough as it is.
Yeah, maybe by some weird Murphy's Law it'll put itself right again. That's
What,
the
with a bit of
opposite
rain?
Murphy's Law. Yeah. Lopez then carries on for another lap. You've got to wonder when they're actually going to bring him in.
I mean, yeah, it's well past the point of reasonably
stop.
carrying on now, isn't it? It doesn't
Yeah, they're
make any
gaining
sense.
nothing. I mean, he's been lapped as well. He's going to be lapped. Here we go. So this is De La Fuente.
Ooh, so he hit the wall there on the entry to turn 3, and I wonder if that contributed at all then. I wonder if some kind of suspension failure or
Yeah,
something
looked
then
a
for
bit
De La
like
Fuente.
it.
No, the engine's on fire, never mind.
Yeah, I was right. I was going to say, I saw smoke coming out of it.
Yeah, I just wondered because he just hit the wall there as he entered turn 3, and I just wondered if he'd broken something on the car, but no, it was nothing he'd done. The engine just decided it had had enough. So the first engine failure of the season then is a Honda one.
Well, I suppose this game is kind of realistic.
But yeah, that sucks for De La Fuente. He put in a fantastic job yesterday in qualifying. Brilliant drive so far today. And I reckon he could have had an outside shot of a point or two.
Yes.
But yeah, unfortunately for the Spaniard, that has gone up in smoke.
Ha!
Just like his
It's
engine.
funny because his engine went up in smoke.
As Gabriele Garcia then now all over the back of James Vasquez for 6th place. As into the pits, finally comes Mario Juan Lopez.
No, you got to roll.
No, I didn't. It's on screen.
You did. You're on
Where's he
screen.
going to feed back out? In as well, behind him, Adrian Simon then for his second stop. And didn't Simon pit lap 16 first time round?
No, that was 17.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
No. Fair enough. We've done
Because
exactly
then
the
a
same
couple
stint
others
then.
pit on 18.
Adrian
and then-
Simon is going to come back out in second place, comfortably clear of Enrique Ruiz. So, well, he needed a pit stop over him, and there it is.
Yeah, I think that's more than a pit stop.
Comfortably. Well, that's that done and dusted, isn't it?
Yeah. Next up
I
is
think,
just get to the finish line.
Yeah, Adrian Seymour just has to stroke this one home now. Nathaniel Powers is starting to close back in on Kinnaman. Kinnaman, though, has just gone past Vasquez, as has Powers. There's a North Star without the front wing. That's Garcia, so there's been a collision between Gabriel Garcia and James Vasquez. I wonder if Garcia just had there's contact there with Kinnaman as well. And that's going to give Powers an opportunity. Is it? Not quite. No,
Yes,
it is.
yes,
It is. Powers around the outside then. They head to the north corner. He's got the inside line. Nathaniel Powers, can he take 8th place? He can.
No course given between either of those two there. Powers giving him just enough space on the outside, but nothing more.
Yeah,
Very
and
good take there.
yeah, that was brilliantly played then. Brilliantly executed from Nathaniel Powers. As Garcia picks, but Vasquez doesn't. So Vasquez was clearly in that incident, but obviously hasn't picked up damage. Here we go then. On board with Garcia. He tried to go around the outside and just misjudged it.
That'll be why Vasquez is down the order a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, again, just needs to leave just a little bit more room on the apex. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, I mean, he had all the room there in the world on the outside, didn't he? But he just tried to come into the apex when there was a car there, which, well, not going to work ever.
No, it's well. What's your favourite phrase, Bradley? It was $1 short and a day late.
You've ruined it.
I'll ruin you.
I'm not entirely sure that fits.
I can't say that on here.
But as we're watching then, Marcus Thunder tucked up behind Thierry Zylander. Zylander back up to 16th then, as we've got nearly 3 cars side by side, and that's Klaas van Snelhout trying to fight his way through the traffic then. So Klaas, who is currently the race leader, and this is going to be costing him time to Ruiz.
Come on.
Hoskins, it's got to be Hoskins.
It is Hoskins.
I was going to say Delafuente's out, isn't he?
Well, yeah, I wasn't talking about the Andromeda.
Oh, right. Well, it's not. I mean, it's not Klaas. These guys should be moving out of the way.
They did.
Klaas pits anyway.
Oh yeah, they did. Was that smoke up ahead, or was that from the curb?
I am not sure.
Well, I don't know actually.
Couldn't see anything from that shot. As Thunder pits as well. Then Adrian Simon retakes the lead of this race as he starts lap 37. And Klaas does indeed feed back out in 3rd, but he's only, 2.5 seconds behind Ruiz? Slightly more now.
Yeah.
Well, they come out right onto the apex of turn 1, don't they? And it seems to cost them quite a bit of time.
So it looks like a pit stop costs you around, I want to say about 18 to 20 seconds. So it's not a lot.
Like it. No, it's certainly a lot less than we were expecting.
Yeah, I was thinking 23, 24, but yeesh. Those pit crew guys are pretty good. Either that, or they're all just breaking the speed limit in the pit lane. There's Hoskins now, and the only remaining is we cut to Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner making his 2nd pit stop.
You make that pit stop, Elroy.
I'm just wondering, Kanga pits as well, so that's gonna drop him quite a few places, you'd imagine. And Matsunen, I'm just wondering if Lopez will have a point or two here, because he's just gone back into 10th and he's not going to have to pit again. It purely depends on how well he can hold cars behind him, and or if the first stint's anything to go by. Very well is the answer.
Didn't listen to a word you said. Wagner did good. Oh, I wasn't asking you to. But just thought I'd let you know.
As Powers is now 1.5 seconds clear of Kinnaman since he's overtaken him, and he's started to pull out a little bit of a gap as we go on board with Johan Halverson. Halverson now behind the guy we were just talking about, Mario Juan Lopez.
You mean Juan Mario Lopez?
No, I don't, because that's not his name.
Yeah, JML.
It's not his name though.
Oh, MJL kind of sounds like Michael Jackson. I mean, or Michael Juichlacker. No, that sounds awful.
No, that's a terrible. There's Zazolya Pitts then. And where's he going to feed back out in relation to Nathaniel Powers? Is he just going to hold him, or is Powers going to sweep around the outside? Powers is, and Nathaniel moves into 4th place then. Zazolya slots into that 1.5 second gap that Powers has opened up between himself and Kinnaman.
I don't think it gets a lot tighter than that. No, don't make that joke.
No, and that could be crucial though. Depending on how Zazolya's pace is on those soft tyres, that could have worked out beautifully for Powers. Because they've all, you'd assume, got to make one more stop now.
Yeah. So if Powers can keep Zazolya behind him long enough,
could be on for 4th place.
Although
and
actually,
well, yeah, because everyone behind him's got a pit again now. Mind you, Zazolya is already right over his rear wing. But as class has already closed, immediately back up to Enrique Ruiz then, so that sort of 5-second gap as he came out of the pits has evaporated. But yeah, I mean, let's be fair, if this is 4th place for Nathaniel Powers, from what his race looked like even 10 laps ago, that's a hell of a recovery drive. he's looked into that one.
Well, I wouldn't call it all luck. I mean, some of it's
strategy. He strategized his way into that one.
He's also driven it really well, though. I mean, he didn't really start in 2 different starting positions. He was only like... Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, no, he has done well, because while they can give you a good strategy team, you can still make a bad race with it.
Yeah, mind you, he is under immense pressure at the moment from Zazolya.
Yeah, looking really quick in that first. Like I said, getting past Juan Mario Lopez was definitely really good for his race, because, well, now he's fighting with the big boys for a little bit.
Yeah, as class, as we say, back up under the rear wings on Enrique Ruiz. And this then, the battle for 2nd place, and this is pretty much as it stands. Class and Ruiz both have one more stop to make, so if Van Schnellheid wants that 2nd place, he's going to have to get the move done on track. Or pit early, hope he finds himself in clean air and bang in a couple of quick laps.
It'll probably be the latter, to be honest.
But you'd imagine if he did that, he'd probably get the jump. Because he's clearly got the pace. We closed that gap in no time at all, but he didn't earlier. I don't know, Klaas's race has confused me. He seems to have been quick at times and then at others just anonymous.
Yeah.
Just kind of quietly gone about his business and sat in 3rd.
It almost strikes me as if like Downton have given him a delta to stick to and he's just done that and nothing else.
Yeah, doesn't
so
adjust.
I'm at the delta, that's all good.
That's
like,
exactly what it smarms off.
If you can go faster, he's like, nope, hitting the delta, I am sweet. I'm good. I've got this, guys, don't worry.
I will back you this 3rd place.
And they're like, well, you could always try for 2nd. He's like, nope, don't want to push the car. That's what the delta says. Then that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, maybe I need to get onto the radio to the guys and get them to just turn the delta up a little.
Ooh. Oh, that was very close there. Hamilton nearly riding the curb into...
oh, yeah, that's Lopez. So, this is the battle for the final point, and there are cars everywhere. There's contact between Giordano and that would be Vasquez then.
No.
Yeah. Is that the 2nd time Vasquez has been shoved towards the wall?
No, the first time he was the one that did it, I think.
Oh, was he? Oh, right. Okay, so he's just getting a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, I don't know, but there's Simon coming up to lap them again.
For
the first time.
I think it is again. There's he's got to lap Perez and his teammate first. Here we go then. Adrian Simon in the wheel tracks of Perez. Perez goes back down the inside.
That's very cool.
Kanga, oh no, Kanga's judged that totally wrong. He's pulled for the blue flag to let his teammate through and he's let Perez go as well.
That might be a bit of team communication there, just saying, look, let Simon through. We cannot chuck this one away, because Kanga's not going to get points by this point, I reckon. But Simon could easily lose a win by contact with the back marker. We've seen it countless times.
And look at the time that's cost Adrian Simon.
Lots and lots.
Oh, there's even
Oh,
there's
that's
chaos.
what's-
Simon is stuck in a traffic jam. We've got chaos, and there's a meteor sideways across the track. And Klaas could have totally used that opportunity to take the position off Ruiz and didn't.
I have to say, how have so many drivers made it through that without damage?
I've no idea.
I mean, Lopez just decided not to bother with the corner and just headed straight for the hills. He's now in last position.
Even Lopez still only has half a front wing though.
Is he?
Yeah, he's still got most of his front wing. He's only lost a segment. That's quite impressive. They've all come out. Oh no, Bear's in the pits. That could be for a scheduled stop though. If they've all made it out of that without damage, I will be very impressed.
Well, we'll just have... No, it is for a scheduled stop.
No, they haven't.
No,
That's
it's
Klaas Van Snelhoven out front wing.
Oh wait, so that's basically Klaas in third, like he wants to be. Let's be honest.
Although, yeah, it's a long stop then for a new front wing, I was going to say. And that was totally Halverson's fault then on the outside of Lopez. And that
Then
just
he
caused the
drove-
chaos.
He drove Giordano into the wall as well.
Yeah, and look at that.
Do
The
it.
race leaders there were lucky. So, well, this is Klaas Van Snelhoven. He's still got his front wing here at this point, and then he drops it
he's
on
done it all
his
on
own
his own.
and puts it in the wall.
Well, I can't say I feel bad for him anymore, to be honest.
Okay, well, there goes any hope of second place. Isn't it a
He's
good
like-
job that the rest of the drivers were about a minute back? He's rejoined in third,
Oh.
only seconds ahead of Powers.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
that's
has.
ridiculous.
Well, he was looking so good for that, like, two-stopper as well. He's had to make that third stop.
Yeah. Hey ho.
Ouch.
At least his race has gone better this year than it did last year when he retired on the opening lap.
Yeah,
After a
let's
crash
not
in
talk about
qualifying.
that. Oh, Anger up the inside of Wagner actually takes a position.
Osberg.
Do you know what? It's yellow.
It is. There was a move on Osberg. As now Vasquez then looks. Nope, he just punted Osberg. That one. Giordano's up into 11th. In the Ocelot.
Oh, so he is. What's he doing up there, cheeky boy?
I
Cheeky
don't know.
monkey.
How exactly has he pulled that one off?
Because he's a silly goose. I don't know. I don't know, man. I would
I
say
don't
I'm
think you
tired,
know a
but I'm
lot.
gonna sleep today. I know shit. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's,
Right, well then.
that's Zazolio still
Yeah.
pressuring Nathaniel Powers then, but unable to make a move. As well, Klaas has done a reasonable job, hasn't he? He's already gapped these guys by like 5 seconds.
He's on fresh, soft tyres. Powers is on old dunes.
I know, but it looks as though he's suddenly woken up. Putting it in the wall has suddenly sparked something in him. I could maybe accelerate.
Is that what the right pedal does?
It is.
Sorry, I'm not a certified race car driver like Bradley Downton over here.
Well,
By the way, he actually is.
mind you, my license is out of date. By
Already?
2 years. It only lasts a year. Then you've got to renew it, and as I've like literally had no intention, but you've only got to renew it within 3 years. So I'm like, well, there's no point
Renew
paying
it?
the money to. Yeah, you've got to do it every year, but as long as you do it within 3 years, you don't have to resit your ARDS test. So I was like, well, I might as well skip it for 2 years and then just renew it in the third, because
That
I know
sounds
I'm not
like
going to be
quite an
racing.
ARDS
Sorry.
Sounds kind of arduous.
Hey.
Even my teacher is qualified to race cars.
Your teacher's
That's mainly
cool.
because it's. Sorry?
Your teacher's cool.
He's not. He's Albanian. No, I'm just kidding. He's the coolest.
As I mean, I don't know what that means, but you know what that's got to do with anything, even. But yeah, let's go with that. As Kovalenko's had a quiet but reasonable race, hasn't he? Currently sat in 18th place in the Seoul AMR.
Yeah, he's done pretty well. I remember at one point in time this race he was in 25th, I think. So
I'm sure he was last at one point. In fact, I think most people have been last. Actually, no, pretty much just been Bayer, hasn't it? Unfortunately.
yeah. Oh, that incident though with Lopez. Well, obviously he only went flying off into the gravel instead of actually getting caught up in it, but he has gone from looking at a really good finish to second from last. That is a big yikes.
Yeah, but then, I mean, in a way, that's his own fault. If he hadn't been so slow on those hard tyres, the field wouldn't have been that close. So when he got wiped out by Halverson, he wouldn't have fallen that far down.
Don't forget, he's in a bad car. He's not the best
He's
driver.
not. He's not in a bad car.
What's he in?
He's in a Meteor. That Meteor's quite quick this year.
I stand by what I said, Bradley.
You mark that Meteor is the fifth or sixth quickest car on the grid.
But fifth fastest car is always Ocelot, isn't it?
No.
We're not bringing that back.
No, we're in a fresh season now. That is gone. That is dead. As this is Adrian Simon then, still trying to lap Felix Perez. I thought he'd already lapped him.
Well, ow. Ow.
Tit.
I've got a boo-boo.
I'm not kissing it better.
Oh, you'll kiss something better later.
No, I won't.
Yeah, it's extra juicy. You haven't showered in days. Let's get back to the racing,
Yeah,
because
let's.
I don't think anyone wants to hear about my genitals.
No.
Oh, do you know what? I've been doing this for years, and every season I ask myself the question: how am I still being allowed to do this?
We all do. In fact, on a race by race basis, we ask that question.
I think it's because no one else will do it.
Is this Simon finally? No. Felix Perez just will not move out of the way. Yeah, I know, but I was just looking ahead.
This is allowing Ruiz to gain some time.
It is. There we go. Simon is through. And will that allow Kanga through as well? No, Perez played that one very nicely. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, he did. He's held Simon up for like 1,200 laps. But
oh wait, Ruiz
no,
has
he's
got to
going to
make
go
another
back past.
stop.
He's gone back past him again.
Oh, Perez, you naughty, naughty boy. That was a bit weird. Didn't like that.
Felix Perez then, I mean, in fairness, that first car is one of the quickest in the field. So it's no surprise that he's sort of mixing it with the pace of the DS Masters. And I suppose that's why Ruiz isn't really closing on Adrian Simon too much, because they're still going at a pretty quick pace, seeing as Perez isn't there at. But
this kind of reminds me of...
he's still a backmarker. He's in 11th. He should move out of the bloody way.
Not necessarily.
Yes, he should.
No.
Yes, he should. We have blue flags.
I thought we did away with blue flags.
No, fairly sure they were never done away with.
Oh, I voted for them to be taken away.
I can't remember what I voted. I don't think I did.
I like that I still get
indifferent to it.
consulted on these things.
But either way, we've seen a lot of people pull over in this race, so I'm assuming they're still in.
Hold up.
Just not Perez.
Hold up. Why is that North Sabre on board? Yeah.
Yes.
Why are they sponsored by T-Mobile and Motorola, two mobile companies?
Well, T-Mobile are a provider, aren't they? Whereas Motorola are a manufacturer.
Oh.
Motorola make the phones, and T-Mobile provide the service.
And Carphone Warehouse sell the lot.
And they do. Oh! That's a hell of a contact there between James Vasquez and Victor Rosberg. And, well, that was purely on Vasquez, so he was a victim there earlier on in an incident with Garcia, wasn't it? And, well, now he's done it himself.
Well, he got the place.
Yeah, and lost several in the process.
Yeah. I've got to say, a lot of the drivers, some of the drivers are looking like they have not lost anything in terms of their wheel-to-wheel racing, but some of them look a little rusty from the winter break.
Yeah, but that's to be expected. Mind you, that was a hell of an impact.
It was, I'm amazed.
Quite how the pair of them have continued, I have no idea.
Yeah, I would expect some damage to the suspension arms, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, judging on some races last year, I'd have expected both wheels to be ripped clean off the cars.
God, I remember that. That was nasty.
I mean, we saw minor contact last year result in that. But
Mind you, they were doing that in 2017 as well. Not as much, but a little bit.
Meanwhile, Klaas van Snelheid, I know Simon's been stuck in a little bit of traffic and Klaas is on fresh tyres. Since he came out of the pits, he's closed about 15 seconds.
Yeah.
It was 54 when he came out of the pits, wasn't it?
Oh wow, yeah, it was.
That's what I'm saying. Again, as I said, since he's hit the wall, he suddenly found the accelerator.
Maybe Downton have realised that if they just give him a new Delta that's even quicker.
My message got through. As there we go, Perez pits. So that's going to release Adrian Simon, who's now back behind his teammate as well.
I can't imagine Kanga being too difficult to get past. Do you know what? We haven't even had time to talk about any of the new teams.
Well, we've kind of mentioned them in passing. Andromeda we've mentioned. Thunder we've mentioned for Lucas. We haven't mentioned Hutchinson because he's not in the race. He didn't make it out of Q1. And neither did either Chima or Excelsior. So what was the point?
Hutchinson stinks.
Like, you can smell him from here stinks, or he's bad stinks?
Bit of both.
Well, I wondered what that pun was.
Thanks for that.
I thought it was you.
It was me.
It is you.
No, it's it's Hutchinson. I've got to say, I don't like the green on the Wilson.
It's a Lucas.
It's a Wilson.
It's a Lucas.
Okay, I think we'll ask Mr. Wilson after the race, and I think he'll tell you if it's a Wilson.
He'll tell us it's a Lucas.
Why is it a Lucas? It used to be Wilson.
It didn't. It's never been Wilson.
You've never been Wilson.
I haven't. No.
Right,
in their first year in 2013, they were Lucas Wilson, and then they reverted to just Lucas because he wanted to be different. And it's been a Lucas ever since. Well, apart from the several years that they weren't in the sport.
Anyway, I don't like the green on it. I think it stands out a little too much. I preferred the sneaker look of the purple, white and black. That was nice.
It was nice. I think the sort of fluorescent yellow they've got on it works, but I think it just needs to be toned down a tad. Just a little less. You know, perhaps take like the end plates away and just have the streak along the middle of the car.
What on earth happened there?
I just hit a bump on the outside of on the entrance to that corner.
Yeah, and then the sun came out, and then it went away again.
Well, maybe it just popped its head out from behind a cloud and went, ooh, no.
He's like, a saw, dude. Sorry.
Yes, because the sun in Australia has a sort of Italian type accent.
There's no way that's Italian. You know, if you never, like saw, dude.
Well, what would you class? It was kind of.
No, it's American. Yeah, it's saw, dude.
That's not American.
It is Wednesday, my dudes. That guy, the Spider-Man one with the swimming goggles.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't exactly say something like.
Let's not say anything that you shouldn't. We've got a car parked on the exit of the final corner that Adrian Simon very nearly collected heavily, and I think that's Sergio Alvarez, and that's a shame. He was running in 7.
Yeah, that actually scared me in real life.
Yeah, jump scare alert.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. At least it's not the final lap. We've got a lot of cars. Oh, and finally we get contact, and it would just happen that it's Alvarez's teammate.
Bert Zylander.
Thierry Zylander.
I want to call him Bert.
Well, his name's Thierry.
Okay, you know what? Your name is now Thierry.
It's
Thierry
not.
Downton.
It's not.
I really hope that they clear Alvarez before these two get round.
Yeah, so here we go then, on board, and that looks as though the DS engine in the back of that Phoenix is, it's just packed up. And instead of going to the pit lane, Alvarez makes the really smart decision of parking it on the pit straight.
I think he he should face a reprimand for that.
I do as well. I think he should have a slap around the face.
slap around the cheeks. All
Dealt
four.
by you.
I'll give him a slap on all 4 cheeks.
I bet you will.
Ian
There's
said
Kanga.
good.
Wow.
That's a bit of a move.
Is Howson going to come back into the penultimate corner? He's not. No. Alar
Kanga's
Kanga.
only ended up in the points.
I was just going to say Kanga is up into 9th place.
Oh wait, he does have another stop to make though.
Yeah, but I think most of them do. Bergqvist is 8th.
What is going on?
Where has that come from?
Simon
How
Pitts
have we
from the
missed that?
lead.
Yeah, so this will hand the lead temporarily then to Enrique Ruiz. But, well, Simon's going to come out well clear of Klaas van Snelheid.
Watch Ruiz carry those tyres now to the end.
That's going to suck. This is going to be really close, actually. Look at that. Klaas van Snelheid is 21 seconds back from Enrique Ruiz. If he can eke out a little more time...
Don't forget, obviously, as well, Ruiz is going to be coming up on some traffic, so...
Yeah, given Klaas van Snelheid was right with Ruiz, spun, parked it in the walls, had a long pit stop to change his front wing. That's an incredible comeback.
I think, so let's do the maths. You need 20 seconds for a safe pit stop. Ruiz is pushing his luck. He's got 21-ish.
22, 23,
hang on.
I think.
Oh, no.
Is Klaas stuck in traffic?
I think he might be stuck in an incident, that it looks like.
I don't know. Well, the gap's evened itself out at 25 now. Right, if Franklin had any sense, Ruiz would box now.
This is their safe. No, Klaas is losing more time.
I don't know. It
Ruiz
seems
has
pretty
to get
steady
it.
around 25.
He seems steady around.
But Klaas lost time and Powers didn't. So yeah, I'm just wondering, maybe there was something in front of Klaas there that just held him up for a few seconds. But that's, that's a pain.
Yeah, well, that's all.
Klaas van Snelheid had recovered that really well.
Yeah, Ruiz stays out. Ruiz stays out.
Yeah, so they're going to allow the Dutchman to come at them then.
Yeah.
Here we go. So we're on board with Osberg. I wonder if this is going to be related to Osberg. It's another engine failure, and that is exactly what held up Klaas van Snelheid. So the Downton customer team could have potentially just cost the Downton Works team a shot at second place in this race.
That's not going to go down well.
No, it's not. Mind you, there was quite a bit of room either side of Osberg there for Klaas to go round, and he just went, nope, I'm going to sit behind you.
I'm telling you, man, the Delta. The Delta said stay behind. And he was like, okay.
I'm going to... Why does he suddenly sound like Scooby-Doo? I'm going to get that Delta removed from Klaas's car.
That might be an idea. Just remove the wheels, all 5.
Well, I don't think that'll work.
Well,
like at all. I mean, it won't physically work. It won't go.
Brum, brum. You still got the pedals. Just control it with the brakes, like a tank.
But no wheels.
Put tracks on his car.
Perhaps not.
Put a 90mm heavy artillery.
Now that's a shout. As there we go. In comes Ruiz then. So Franklin do decide to take this opportunity. He's got 24 seconds back to Klaas van Snelheid. You'd imagine that's going to be fairly comfortable now as Adrian Simon retakes the lead and starts lap 54. Oh, no, that's smoke!
Oh,
that's
no.
smoke from Adrian Simon!
Can he hang on for 5 laps?
Well, normally when we see smoke, the answer to that is no. It's normally a lap or 2.
Well,
Adrian Simon then, who's driven as Ruiz is some 7 seconds clear actually of Klaas van Snelheid. That was an incredible pit stop from Franklin's
like a 16-second pit stop there.
Yeah, that's mighty. But Adrian Simon then, who's put in what could only be described as an absolutely sublime performance all race, is surely it's going to be ended through no fault of his own, and that, that's going to be gut-wrenching for the Frenchman. As Wagner pits then.
Oh, hey, look, it's from 2009.
What?
Pit garages from 2009.
Oh.
Yeah, there it goes. Engine gone.
Yeah.
He's just coasting now.
Yeah, he is. As Vasquez and Perez unlap themselves then. Simon over the inside and parks it on the apex. And that is Adrian Simon retiring from this race. Wouldn't it be funny if Ruiz hit it now?
I was literally just thinking that.
There's quite a few cars parked up at that corner then. And this, Ruiz being held up, is going to allow Klaas to be right on him.
Klaas has passed him.
No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't. Oh, I just saw him. Yeah, there was a bit
No,
of an
yeah,
issue.
Klaas is still quite far back. He's 2 seconds back, actually. And but yeah, so Enrique Ruiz then, with what, 4 laps to go, here is the Meteor in front of Klaas, goes very sideways around the final corner. What a beautiful drift that was.
It was pretty.
With 4 laps to go, Enrique Ruiz takes the lead here in Australia and suddenly looks as though he's going to inherit a rather unlikely victory.
Yeah. I mean, I would say Klaas could close him in, but I think his tyres have given him everything they had.
Yeah, he's been on them a while now, let's not forget, because of obviously the early pit stop, thanks to his little mistake earlier on. Had he not made that, Klaas van Snelheid could have been on for a win.
What's Kinnaman doing in the pits? Did he take damage?
No, that's just his final stop on the medium tyres.
Oh, fair enough.
Which means
he's going to drop
that's
back
a point.
behind
Powers. Powers, who's just gone up into 3rd place then, is likely going to have to pit again. And that's going to hand the podium to Alexander Zazolya.
Wow, that's quite a result. Oh, that is close between Kinnaman and
as Kanga makes his stop then and rejoins in 8th place. Bergqvist is 6th. That's brilliant. I think he's on the mediums though, so he's probably going to have to pit again as well.
He was right on Kinnaman as well. Like, he could have very easily gotten 5th. If Franklin didn't pit Kinnaman that lap, then they'd have probably lost 5th place. So, fair play to him. There's been a lot of good drives this race, actually. Obviously, Simon, Zazolya, Bergqvist.
Here we go. This is on board with Perez then, as Adrian Simon's engine expired.
Oh, and then his suspension failed.
Yeah, Perez had a failure of his own.
That's probably what
there we go. Powers pits, but Zazolya pits as well.
Oh, okay.
Why is Zazolya pitting?
I don't know. He's on the soft, isn't he? No, he's on the medium.
No, he is on the softs.
That's going to be close.
Wow, in fairness, Ruiz and Simon only pitted a couple of laps ago, didn't they? So if Zazolya's managed to eke each of his stints out by a lap or 2, that would make sense.
Oh, yeah.
But that saved Powers then and his 3rd place. They rejoined just in front of Timo Kinnaman, so it was a good job they stopped when they did, because Kinnaman could have got the pair of them there otherwise. Bergqvist, meanwhile, has continued.
Yeah. Oh, we've also got Klaas being backmarker here, which is all but...
Yeah, Jules Simon there had backed Ruiz right into Klaas van Snelheid, but the Brazilians got through, and Klaas has got somewhat stuck behind the former race leader's brother, not teammate, brother. And yeah, that's cost Klaas 4 seconds there. Every potential opportunity he's had here then to get past Ruiz has been thwarted some way.
I have to say, I do like the passive-aggressive move by squeezing him right to the inside of that corner. I think we all know what message that was sending.
Yeah, clearly.
I think it starts with
F and ends with off.
Yeah.
Oh, Garcia's out.
I played one. Oh, what a bummer.
When did Hoskins retire?
Don't know.
We've totally missed that one. So both Andromedas, they might have made the race, but they didn't make the checkered flag.
Hoskins must have retired around the same time as Perez, because look, he's... Oh no.
Yeah, well, I think we can safely say Hoskins retired after Osbergen before Perez. Because that's where he is. As Bergqvist pits from 6th then for his final stop. Be interesting to see where he feeds out in relation to... This is Garcia then, so he's in the pit lane. And it's just failed somewhat, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's gone to put on the pit limiter and... Well, I don't know.
He's just pulled up in the garage. Zalar Kanga sets the fastest lap then.
Oh boy.
Fresh tyres, and he's jumped Bergqvist on the way out the pits.
Yeah, Bergqvist has had... Yeah, so Wagner is now up into 6th position. Oof, this is going to be right to the flag for some places. I mean, Powers is safe now in 3rd. Ruiz is safe in the lead, or like barring exceptional circumstances. Zozolia,
Yeah,
I would say
I think we're
he's-
there, to be honest. I can't see anything changing now.
Yeah.
And Giordano's in the points. Giordano in the Ocelot, that everyone expected to be dog slow this year, is in the points.
But it is dog slow, Bradley. There's been like 6 retirements in front
Yeah,
of him.
but look at who he's ahead of. He's ahead of both Ingrams, both Meteors. That's still a
Vasquez
hell of
has
an effort.
crashed twice.
Yeah, alright, Lopez
Meteors
spun
are
off and was on the
Meteors.
hards. Jules Simon was on the hards. Okay, alright, he's looked into it a little, but even so,
He's
that's
done
a
well
hell of an
together.
effort. Keep it on the
Halverson as
track
well.
and yeah, absolutely. And but Enrique Ruiz then, we're on the final lap. We've had quite a lot of action in these final few laps, and well, this hasn't really been earned whatsoever by Ruiz and Franklin. But they've inherited the lead thanks to Adrian Simon's unfortunate retirement, and with just the final sector to go now, Ruiz and Franklin look on for their first win in 2 years. At what point did
That's like more than a
anyone
year.
ever expect to be saying that about Franklin? I mean, I certainly didn't, but they didn't win a race all of last year. Their last victory was in the opening race of 2017, and they look as though they're going to start 2019 the same way. Enrique Ruiz rounds the final corner for Franklin, and for the first time in 2 years, Ruiz and Franklin win a Formula Virtual race, and it's here in Australia for the opening round of 2019. Klaas van Snelheid crosses the line just behind him in second. He had several chances, in fairness, to have taken that, what was second place, an eventual win from Ruiz, but some errors and some unlucky running with back markers thwarted that attempt, and Nathaniel Powers from 12th on the grid and mired in the midfield for most of the race. Third, well, that's a hell of a recovery drive. Zozolia finishes 4th for first, and Kinnaman crosses the line in 5th, again after a poor qualifying and a poor start to the race where he was last bar Bayer. That's a brilliant comeback for Timo Kinnaman. Elroy Wagner with some fantastic points for Lopez in 6th. That definitely somewhat unexpected after pre-season testing. Alar Kanga and Mathershaw will be desperately disappointed with just 6 points for 7th place. Sebastian Bergqvist, his first ever points in Formula Virtual with 8th. Halverson 9th, and Puccio Giordano will complete the point scorers in 10th for Ocelot. But wow, decent way to start the season.
Yeah. More of that for the rest of the year, please.
Not
That
if
was,
you're Adrian Simon though.
No, not if you're Adrian Simon. You have to feel bad for him. He had this race easily put away.
Yeah, signed and sealed. It just, well, wasn't quite delivered. But the man that did deliver was Enrique Ruiz. Him and Franklin put together a beautiful race and were there to pick up the pieces to win the Australian V-Prix. So the official classification then shows Enrique Ruiz as the winner, 4.5 seconds ahead of Klaas van Snelheid. Nathaniel Powers 30 seconds back from the Brazilian. Zozolia was just behind in 4th, while Sebastian Bergqvist essentially scored points on his debut as a full-time race driver. Further down, some decent results. Marcus Thunder in 15th for Lucas. That's not bad for them on their return. Both Andromedas made the race but failed to finish, an unfortunate opening weekend for them. The Drivers' Championship is, well, as they finished, so behind the top 4 you've got Kinnaman, Wagner, Kanga, Halverson and Giordano round off the point scorers in 9th and 10th. Both Meteors 12th and 13th, a reasonable team result, but neither of them quite managing points. Lopez could have done, but for that incident late on those hard tyres. And there we see on the final page of the standings the 6 drivers who failed to even qualify for the race. In the Constructors' Championship, well, unsurprisingly, it's Franklin that lead the way, but they have just a 2-point advantage over Downton. First sit third on 12 points. Only the top 2 teams actually had double points finishes here in Australia, and the bottom 3 teams, none of which are classified at the moment. But that's all from our race here today in Melbourne. So from both me and Harry, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time for round 2 from Oyama, Japan.